Lambeau Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
They'll give it to him again. And this offense went right back to the well. And this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Mills. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Discards a man. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls it in. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's got room. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Texas A&M going up tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And the Aggies looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job with those guys being on the same page there.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Second down.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. Open space at the 25. Flying down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then you... points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Aggies will hustle to the line. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chain. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Ready to go with another first. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And where did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another. They're trailing by 17 to Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Running back, and he's tackled at the 41. Second down coming up.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got a lot of running room. The 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
With the carry.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27.
Green 25. Black 24. Black 24.
They'll run play action. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. On the option. Now the pitch. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Hauls it in. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
6-9-1. Gator score.
He wants to throw. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Texas A&M going quickly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Get that one off, it'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The offense set for a 1st down play. The snap sets up to throw. Keeps the play going. Fakes his man out. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds his back in the middle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Trying to get to him. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And back to the air on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
So now they're staring at a second and long from their 20. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A third and long coming up here.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these 2 quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He loose. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Check, check.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Texas A&M going up tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay.
Oh, it's out! Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's good job by the offense.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He'll bring it out. It's Mills. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Aggies racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But you show that defense, you will attack everywhere.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And this offense can just about haste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock.
Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Hurricane. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Get set, get set. Griffin.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. That Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. It's a reverse. Runs through a tackle. At the 35, he's open. Off he goes. Touchdown, Miami. They move on top here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got rid of it just in time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Second down after that incompletion. Off play action. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fighting off the defender. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the fourth quarter, and the defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. On the run, fires downfield. Got it past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or you go for 2. You go for the win. You try to take the lead. That is a you decision.
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. They'll go to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And down goes the quarterback. They tried to take the lead here in the 4th, but were denied.
That keeps the score. Miami, 35.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. Across the 25, he's got room. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Oh, it's a reverse. They run it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now they're up by 9 in the fourth. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Off play action on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab on the right. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.